Okay, beauty, so the day is here. I am about to dye my hair, but I wanted to show you my colors of choice. So I decided to go with Clairol. I think that was Flame and Desire in Cream of Nature's red copper, as well as their ginger blonde, y'all. Okay, no, it's bronze copper. I'm sorry, bronze copper. I also purchased myself a little kit, okay, y'all, a little extra off of Amazon, that has a lot of, you know, little things I need, y'all, to get through this whole dyeing process. But like I said, I went with Clairol, Cream of Nature as well. These are the two that I believe are really good for black women's hair. Okay, let's just be real about that. Not all dye is good for black women's hair, and these two I did a lot of reviewing on, and a lot of women who are black mentioned that they love these two hair dyes, so that's what I went with. So I am jumping right into my little package from Amazon. As you can see, I have some ear covers, I have a shower cap, I have some hair clips. Y'all, this little package was a little good deal, okay? A little good deal, because it was so much in this little package. I also have a brush mixed with a comb. I have a bowl. I have some gloves, which was good quality gloves, okay? As well as a whisk to whisk my product up, y'all, and as well as a cover for my clothes. So I thought that was really neat, but it was extra, but I wanted it because, yeah, I thought it'd be really neat to have that just in case I might need it. Okay, so yeah, y'all, if you want to go purchase this, you can find it on Amazon. I'll link that information below so you can get your hands on it as well. Okay, beauty, so I just showed you everything I have, all of the things I felt like I needed in order to dye my hair successfully. Right now I am doing a bit of a trial run. Y'all know I do not like to take risks when it comes to my hair. So with that being said, I am running some trials, some test subjects, which is my hair. So whenever my hair was shed in the shower, I would just save it. I seen it on a young lady's video. I'm gonna put that on my screen. I'll put her name on the screen. I'm gonna shout outs to her. Just as a shout out to her, just let her know thank you for that tip. That was a really good idea. But like I said, I'll put that on my screen as well, so just to support her channel. But yeah, she gave me the idea to use my shedded hair. Okay, so that's what I'm doing now. So right now I am testing some colors out on my hair, just to see what types of color variations I can get, basically. And I will turn that over here soon, so you all can get an idea of exactly what I'm doing, how I'm doing, and everything else, the ins and outs. So y'all, I look real crazy right now. I look like Cynthia, Angelica's doll of a Rugrats, and I look real crazy. I have divided my hair down into like 10 different sections, y'all. I just look crazy. My clothes look crazy. I feel crazy, okay? I feel real crazy right now. But we are going to get through this process. I'm going to continue to show y'all what I am doing. And yeah, we're going to get to this dyeing, y'all. We're going to get to the dyeing. So let me turn this over so you all can see the different variations of hair color I am trying out. Okay, so I did place all of my test subjects in a baggie, y'all, and I will show you all of the hair colors I decided to try out. Okay, starting with Cream of Nature's Ginger Blonde, this box has quite a few things inside of it, okay? So inside this box, starting off, we have our instructions along with some gloves. The gloves in here are not great quality gloves, so I would suggest for you to buy your own gloves. Also, you will find that you have a highlighter packet, okay? As well as the dye tube. So this is the dye. And then I have some conditioner as well as some oil in the developer, okay? The developer is that bottle. So what I decided to do was go ahead and cut the top off like it instructed, and then I went ahead and applied the highlighter first. So this is a big step. Always add your highlighter first, okay? So that's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm adding that in. It's not a lot, okay? So but you want to make sure you mix that with your developer first, and then shake it to make sure the mix is completely mixed, y'all. So we want to make sure our dye is completely mixed before moving on to the next step, okay? So that is very important. So once I have done that, I go ahead and put all my trash in the box, and we are moving on to step number 2, y'all. So step number 2, I am going to add my dye. Make sure you squeeze every bit of dye into this bottle, okay? So once I have all of that dye inside of my bottle, I now want to repeat the process and shake. So one thing I wanted to show you all is how the product actually oxidizes over time. The left is the container I had out for 2 hours, and the right is the one I just shook up. So I kind of allow all of my products to oxidize over time, just FYI. So now we are moving on to the bronze copper. Of course, much like the ginger blonde, it is the same items in this box. However, it does not have a highlighter packet, okay? So we do not have to add that in. All we are doing with this particular color is just adding the dye with the developer, okay? So, and we're going to shake that up as well. So as you can tell as well on the screen here to the left, I have a previous bottle that I mixed together, and it is a darker color. So I will show you that as well on the next screen. More of a darker color on the left than the right, okay? So just showing you that as well. So last but not least, I am using the Clairol, okay, textures in the Flaming Desire, and in this one it has the what was it, the ammonia solution, the dye solution basically, and then it has the instructions as well as a pair of gloves. Now these gloves was a little bit better than Crème Nature's, but we still need our own gloves, as well as some conditioner, okay? So much like the bronze copper, all you have to do is add the solution to your developer, okay? So this is a liquid solution, it is not a cream. So all I am going to do is shake this up as well, okay? So I'm going to just continue to mix all of these colors up, y'all. We're gonna get to the good stuff here very soon. So as you can see, the oxidized one is on your right, and the one I just shook up is on the left. But as you can tell, the color kind of comes in more as time goes on. So now I'm going to just take all my colors, because like I said, I figured out what color hair I wanted, and that included all colors, okay? So all of the brands that I chose, okay? So I'm going to take all of my containers and dump them in this bowl, okay? And mix them as best as I can, okay, y'all? You want to make sure that your product is mixed very, very well. We don't want our hair to be splotchy in color, okay? So you want to make sure that everything is an even, solid color throughout our hair, okay? So whenever you dye your hair, make sure that you mix everything to the max, okay? So that way everything can be even all over. And as you can tell, the Flaming Desire has more of a red color now. So earlier you could tell that it was more like a pale orange, but as I allowed it to sit and really allow the chemicals to oxidize, yeah, it became more of a red color, which made sense though, red orange. So that container wasn't big enough for me, so I did go down to my kitchen, y'all, and pull them up, okay? I needed some Tupperware to help me out with this one, because I am using in total 6 boxes, okay? So I am using 2 boxes of each color. So 2 Flaming Desires, 2 bronze coppers, and as well as 2, what was my last one? 2 blonde ginger blondes, okay? So I have a total of 6 boxes altogether. However, y'all, I purchased a total of 9 boxes, so I do have 3 left over of each color, okay? But I wanted to make sure I had more, okay? I wanted to make sure I had something left over, y'all. I couldn't risk the fact of, you know, not having enough hair product, okay, to go on my head, y'all, because yeah, we're not doing this a second time around, okay? So make sure you have more product than you need, okay? Make sure of that. That was one thing I realized with a lot of young ladies that were running to not having enough dye for their hair, okay? So yeah. So one thing I want to also mention to you all, before you dye your hair, sis, consider the overall health of your hair. Like I said, I did a lot of my homework and research a lot of things And one thing that I did hear a lot of cosmetologists say was to make sure that your hair is actually healthy, in a healthy state. Make sure your strands are actually healthy, because if you are applying dye to damaged hair or hair that is trying to gain its strength back, it's not going to be any good for you. Okay, so dye is not the best thing for our hair. It is something fun for a lot of us to do and play in and everything else, but I would not suggest to you, if you're trying to gain a sense of health, if you want your hair to be healthy, I would not suggest dye to you, especially if you're just starting out as a natural and you're just trying to get that ball rolling with your hair and figure out what you like in your hair or what you don't like and everything else, and what's best for you. I will suggest staying away from dye for a couple of years until you gain your footing. Okay, so y'all, this is pretty much it. As you can see, the clear Tupperware really helped out because I can tell where my mixture needed a little bit more mixing. So before we get started, I do want to run a few things by you, so that way we are making sure we are all in the safe zone when it comes to dyeing our hair, y'all. Okay, so let's go over it. So first thing first, you want to make sure you do not pre-mix your hair dye. Okay, on the instructions it states to not pre-mix. I think this is mainly focused on making sure that consumers are not buying a product, mixing it, and then using it the next day. Okay, so that goes right into number 2, which is do not freeze or save. Once you have mixed this dye, you want to use it immediately, is what they say. Okay, so it's not necessarily you use it immediately, but they do not want you to use it outside of the 24 hours that you have mixed it in. Okay, I think that's what it is. Also, you want to make sure the temperature in your house, they mentioned that as well, is not too hot in the house. Okay, so I would never suggest you pre-mixing your dye, y'all. Do not pre-mix your dyes, beauties, and then sit it in a hot room. Okay, so now you're dealing with the whole chemical reaction going on, y'all. We don't want any combustion going on in your head. No combustions going on in your head. We do not want your hair to fall out. Okay, so make sure you are doing that. Do not scratch your scalp before you apply the dye as well, because you can irritate your scalp. Okay, so we do cause like small lacerations on our scalp. We create small lacerations on our scalp when we do scratch our scalp on a micro level. So when you break that skin, you can cause irritation to your scalp. Okay, so do not scratch your scalp. Then you also want to make sure you do not use a cap in this process. Do not cover your hair or apply any heat to your hair when you're dyeing your hair. Okay, so allow the process to go through and do its thing. We do not need any extras to come in and add to the overall process of dyeing your hair. The developer and the dye and the highlighter are all going to do its thing. Just trust the processes. Okay. Lastly, if you have contacts, remove them. I did not remove my contacts. Okay, y'all. So clearly I did not follow the rules on removing my contacts and pre-mixing. Okay, but clearly my dye still came out perfectly. So in the case of your contacts, I believe that what they're trying to say is do not wear contacts in the case of an emergency, right? So if dye gets in your eye, you are able to rinse your eye as fast as possible, okay, without having to remove your contact and then rinse your eye. We do not want to risk the overall health of your eye because of a contact. But because in the past I would relax my hair with my contacts, I was confident enough to wear my contacts, y'all. Yeah, I went against the rules, but I still wore my contacts and everything else, and I was good. So just a heads up, these are some things you can consider before you start the process of dyeing your hair. Okay, so let's continue and let's get into this process, y'all, the good stuff. So the very first thing you want to do before we go in and dye, I know it's fun, is apply some kind of petroleum jelly around the perimeter of your head, okay, around your edges, okay, so that way we are not dyeing our skin along with our hair. We do not want our skin to be tinted. Okay, so make sure you do that. I am using Abolene today, so yeah, make sure you get some petroleum jelly, y'all. So with that being said, we are going to jump right into this video, y'all. I am so happy and so geeked, but at the same time so nervous. So I am just starting with my ends first. So the instructions stated that you want to start with your ends and take it all the way up to your mid shaft. Okay, so that's exactly what I'm doing. I am going to allow this to sit in my hair for 15 minutes, but I have to work fast when doing this process. Okay, y'all, you do not want to take your time, because what you want is to allow your hair to dye all at the same time. Okay, so you don't want too many pieces of your hair that's lighter or darker, because you're taking too long to actually get to those pieces of hair out of the process. Okay, so I don't want any highlights or anything like that in my hair. I want my hair to be a full even color. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm taking from the tips of my hair and working my way all the way up my shaft. Now if you notice, I am basically leaving an inch or two of hair out. So I am not doing my roots just yet. You do not want to do your roots. You want your roots to be the very last thing you do, because if you do dye your roots now along with the rest of your hair, you will risk getting hot roots. And hot roots basically comes from our scalp overheating. So our scalp not necessarily overheats, but it releases heat from our body, which makes the process speed up. It speeds up the dyeing process of your hair. Okay, so that's what you want to do. So you want to make sure you do not, okay, put any dye on your roots just yet. We want to wait our 15 minutes first and then go back in and apply the dye to our roots. Okay, y'all, so now I'm just going to go in with my brush, my applicator, and all I did was dip my brush in the dye and begin to apply it to my roots. So I do like the brush because I feel like the brush really gets in between every piece of hair that I have. Okay, I know for most it's easier just to use your hands and everything else, but I just feel like I did both. Okay, so I use my hands to a certain extent, but yes, I also use my brush as well. Majority of the time I use my brush. Okay, so I just feel like the brush was so much better with really getting every piece of hair, and I was able to really focus and follow the brush in the application. Okay, so that is what I'm doing now. Now once I have applied this all over, I'm going to let this sit. Okay, I'm gonna let this sit for the next 45 minutes, okay, in total. So in total, I dyed my hair within an hour. So the dye sat in my hair for an hour in total. Okay, so 15 minutes from mid shaft to tips, and then 45 minutes on your roots and the rest of your hair. Okay, so that is the total time it took for my hair to change and dye, y'all. The dyeing process for my hair was really quick. My hair took really well to this dye overall, so yes, I am happy. So let's get through this, y'all, so that way we can get to the end results of my hair. Okay, beauty, so this is my hair right out of the shower. I did apply leave-in conditioner to my hair, which was the Applebee's leave-in conditioner. Yeah, so y'all, I have to say I love my hair color. Okay, so this is exactly the hair color I was going for. If you know anything about any of my videos I've cut in the past, I've always liked this auburn kind of orange coppery, you know, color. And so that's exactly what I was going for with this. I want to say it was the orange, and I feel like the orange was more of a bronzy type of feel to it. So this was more, I did mix the copper, what was the copper bronze, the flaming, what was the other one? It was like a flaming orange or the flaming desire, and I mixed the ginger blonde all together to get this color. So I think I got really close to this color, y'all. I'll put that picture up there too, so let me know if y'all think I got close to that color. But overall, y'all, I love my hair color too. I like this hair color, y'all. I'm not mad at all. I'm not mad at it. This is how it looks. And let me part my hair for you so you can see. Yeah, I think I did really good with not getting hot roots. Yeah, when I said I was doing my homework, I was doing my homework. Okay, I did not want to get hot roots or nothing like that. That was a big deal for me, y'all. But I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Drop Dead Fred. Okay, if y'all know anything about Drop Dead Fred, if you don't know, you just don't know. But if you know anything about Drop Dead Fred, then you know, sis. And I feel like Big Red off of The Temptations, okay? Just a heads up, I'm not going to style my hair today. So one thing I was able to come across a stylist, a cosmetologist on YouTube, in which I'll put his information on my screen as well. He mentioned in his video not to deep condition your hair until 3 days is up, basically. And so what happens within those 3 days is your hair cuticle tends to go back to its normal flow, its normal form, okay? So your cuticles will lay back down. What happens in this process is, he was saying in his video that it helps with you not losing so much hair color, okay? Because our cuticles, my hair cuticles, will be lifted up more. So you already know, y'all, when I do deep conditioning, I style my hair as well. So I'm not going to style my hair, I'm not going to touch my hair. I did put leave-in conditioner in my hair, and I did do a small conditioner treatment in the shower, but it was not a deep conditioner treatment, okay? Just a regular conditioner treatment. What I put in my hair for about, I put it in my hair for about 5 minutes. And that was it, and I rinsed it out. I will put that on the screen too, of the products I use. So, but yeah, that's all I did. I used the Clairol's, it said like intense conditioner on there, and I used my conditioner from Trader Joe's, okay? So I'll put both of those up there so that way you can see it. So I'm not gonna style my hair for 3 days. I'm gonna allow my hair just to rest and do its thing, allow my hair to really just chill, okay? But yo, I love this color on me. I can't wait to really play with it, flatten my hair, curl it, y'all, do all types of stuff with my hair, and just style it and everything else, and just going forward with it and just doing what I do best, style my hair, okay? So I'm happy that my curls are still intact. I don't see any really difference in my hair. Once I do a wash and go, I'll really know for sure how my curls is feeling, but I just feel like my hair is still intact and everything else. My curls are still intact, and I'm good to go. Y'all see my hair turning on the camera as we was processing, okay? So my hair processed pretty fast. It took about an hour overall. Like I said, it took 15 minutes to do the mid shaft of my hair and the ends, and then I went back in after 15 minutes, and so I applied some more to the tips of my hair and the mid shaft. And that's exactly what I did. I went forward after that and allowed my hair to sit in total and set for about an hour, okay? So that's against the rules, y'all. So don't listen to me, listen to y'all's paper, what the instructions say. But I went ahead and did a whole hour, y'all, because I felt comfortable with doing it, because I had ran like test trials and everything else. Another Clairol, the Flaming Desire, said the color tends to you know, fade once it sits for an hour and everything else. Don't know how true that is, because y'all, I had mine open for what, good 2 hours running trials and everything else, so that can't be true. And my hair still turned out really, really nice. But don't think you can use dye after you have opened it and mixed all the chemicals together, okay? You cannot mix the developer with the dye and everything else and think that you can come back and use it. Don't do that, y'all. I would not recommend that. So I did go get the rules a little bit and everything else. Kirsten girl, you was on it. I know you had mentioned the bronze copper type of feel as well, and that's exactly what I was going for. It just shocked me that you got it, so kudos to you, girl. But yeah, y'all, I love this color, and I might do highlights in the future, but I am just not that bold yet, Kirsten. So I might do highlights in the future, but honestly, I just wanted this time around to be one full solid color, because I've never had my hair in a solid color outside of my hair being black. So yeah, that's what it was. And so in the future, I can try to play with it a little bit more. Play with colors a little bit more, get a little bit more free with it and everything else. I'm just taking baby steps right now, y'all, and this is big steps for me, okay? Let me tell y'all, this is big steps, okay? So once my hair fully dries for you all and turns into a full fro for me, I will actually record that for you all, okay? So you'll get to see that as well. I will show that content so that way you can see exactly what I mean by, like, once your hair dries, you see more of the color in your hair and everything else. Right now it seems a little darker, and I feel like the camera's picking up on it, but let's see, can y'all see that? But once my hair dries, you will really get to see my color really, really, really well. And yeah, I think it's a really pretty color. I didn't want a deep red, and I didn't want a fiery orange. I just wanted something that was in that nice little medium, y'all, with the reds and the oranges and, you know, and the, you know, ginger blonde. And I feel like this was an even medium for all of them. So tell me how you like it. Tell me if you think this color looks nice on me. I know for some of you might be like, hey girl, go ahead and style it and then we can see, we can work from there, okay? I know some of you can't see past my color, my hair down, my fro, but I am going to style it, so you will get a video. Like I said, of course it takes 3 days. Of course y'all won't get that video in 3 days. You get in 2 because I'm cutting content for you all, and yeah, I'm ahead of my content, so you already know that you're going to get it within 2 days, and everything else by the time you get it, I've already have been done and everything. So good for y'all, but I can't wait to style it and show you how I do what I do with this dude, y'all. So yeah, comment below, let me know you like this color. Comment below if you've tried color, if you have ever tried color in your hair. How is your coloring process going and everything else? What do you use and everything on your hair? I can't wait to show you how to style your hair. I just want to give all of you a heads up that, hey, I just want to let you all know that we can manage our natural hair as well as color hair. I can manage it, and I can show you how I can manage color hair and natural hair, okay? So it is a different process, but it can be done, sis, and it can be done in a healthy manner, and yeah, we can have fun with color, okay? And I'm about to have fun with color, y'all. So I can't wait to take you on this journey. So within the next couple of weeks, you're gonna see me cutting these videos, doing my hair and everything else, and showing you my new process of how things are changing for me, okay? So I'm gonna keep y'all in on the loop on everything, so do not worry, okay? So, but yeah, I will see you on the next couple of days, not 3 for y'all, couple of days. Y'all see me cutting a wash and go video, and we'll go forward from there, and I'll show you more videos on how I deep treat my hair. Am I doing anything different with my deep treatment and everything else? So I'll include all those videos just for you all. So I will catch you all later. I love you beauties, and you all have a blessed and beautiful, wonderful day, and y'all enjoy this color, honey, 'cause I'm about to enjoy my color. I'll catch you all later. Bye bye.